If you have been helped by our system, our method, and you are already functioning at your level, we call it the level, the one area of your brain that reigns in the invisible mental world. It's an invisible, real existing dimension, the mental world, the invisible world. We come from, before birth, from the invisible world, and we go back into, after death, into the invisible world again. We go back to where we came from. Well, that is the invisible world. Everything has to take place first in the invisible mental world before it can be materialized. So in this case, remember that the going to your level means, using the alpha dimension, means the one dimension that deals with the mental world. Means that here is where we should imagine and we should visualize, meaning the faculties, the major faculties that are used in the world of the mind to start the creative process. This is the beginning of all things, visualization and imagination. Now we need to know what is visualization and imagination. But actually, before we go into this, the little blue book has the information, the step-by-step procedures. When one person has succeeded in what we are teaching, then that person can use the little blue book and pass it on to others. So others will also be able to function in that dimension. And this is the dimension that we are saying is the door to the alpha dimension, the door to the invisible world, the door to the kingdom of God, and so forth and so on, where things should take place first before they can be materialized. So then, about the little blue book and about the information there, that information is very useful, very effective when read to another person, and when the person that's doing the reading has already succeeded in our teachings. Succeeded has found, that means has found the proper dimension to speak from, has found the alpha level. So that little book contains the information, the step-by-step procedure, how a person can help others to also be, we call it centered, be able to use that same dimension that they have learned to use. Scientists have proven that we can slow down our brain activity to 10 cycles, meaning 10 vibrations or emanations or pulsations per second. You have entered that inner kingdom, the alpha dimension. Now, your brain, you see, vibrates like your heart beats. But your heart beats so many times per minute, and your brain vibrates so many times per second, like your radio does. Radio frequencies are measured per second. Millions or thousands. That when you talk about radio waves, you talk about thousands or kilocycles. You talk about television, it's higher. You talk about millions, talk about megacycles. Well, the brain functions, basic units. I mean, simple basic numbers from 1 to 20. 20 is your overall vibration of human adults. The overall brain frequency vibration of children is always lower than that of adults. But then again, between when you were born, I started to vibrate your brain, and then up to the overall average maximum, 20 vibrations overall. The center is the kingdom that we're looking for. Slow down. You need to slow down your brain activity. You need to know how to slow down your brain frequencies to find that center dimension that used to be considered the subconscious. Now, once you learn to enter that dimension, we are saying you're learning to enter your level. Your level then will be the alpha level. Your level would then be using the right brain hemisphere. So only 10% of humanity was able to use both of them. One to think on and the other one to act on. To think correctly, you need to think at the center of your brain frequency spectrum. You need to think with your right brain hemisphere and act with your left one. So this little book is helping people to be able to slow down their brain waves and to be able to find that dimension and to continue to use it from there on. Why? Because once you learn to function in that dimension, all your problems are going to be analyzed at the center with your right brain hemisphere. Now, when you are functioning, trying to solve problems with your right brain hemisphere, in this instance, in this condition, 10 cycle vibration is what strengthens your immune system and keeps it strong, keeps you from getting sick, keeps you healthy. How are you going to be healthier? By deciding to solve more problems. And this is your bonus. This is something extra that will be added on to you. When you decide to solve problems, what are you doing? You're helping your fellow human beings. You're helping God with creation, and so on. So your bonus will be better health. When you're functioning at 10 cycles, brain frequency, you have entered a universal frequency that's found in space by scientists. 10 cycle brain frequency is the fundamental frequency. When you function there, you're strengthening your immune system. And of course then, this is what keeps you strong and healthy. So the little book is helping people to find that dimension, that center, where not only will you be healthier, but you're going to be more spiritual. You want to go more to church because it's a good thing to go to church, to be able to pray to your God there. Not only will you become more spiritual and healthier, but you will become safer from accidents. Why? Because your right brain hemisphere is the intuitive brain hemisphere. It has special sensing faculties that will give you ideas what road to take because it's safer automatically. So you will be safer from accidents. People who get into accidents, more so are the people who do not know how to function within this dimension. So once you learn to function in this dimension, you will be less accident prone, it is said. Now another thing that you will be getting benefit from is you are going to be more times right than wrong, because intuition again, you won't make so many mistakes. Bad luck comes from making mistakes. And once you make a mistake because you did not know any better, that is called because of ignorance. Ignorance does not exempt you from suffering. Once you make a mistake, you're going to suffer for it. So again, this will help you not only to become spiritual, become more healthier, become safer, and more successful in life, because you're going to be more times right than wrong. Now, all of this information will be gotten from the inner kingdom, kingdom of heaven, the alpha dimension, the use of the right brain hemisphere, and that little book has information how one person can help another by reading that exercise that's there for a time limit of about 10 hours. You want to read the exercise? Be sure you take down the time. How long did it take you? Mention the first word, take your time. Mention the last word in the exercise. It's a mental training exercise. Also consider the time. How long did it take you to read the complete exercise? If you find that it took you 20 minutes, for instance, well, you know if you read 3 times, it will be 1 hour. Well, maybe you want to read once a day. So in 3 days, you already have 1 hour of reading the exercise to someone. Now, once you get to 10 hours, it is taken for granted that the person who's doing the reading has already benefited from our system. That person can be a teacher for others. Then the other person who has heard this one, person number one, do the reading, can also do reading for others and help others to enter the same dimension, to become better, superior human beings.